free myself from what I expect to be. To some temp.
Now, the air is from the reverb. Well, sorry, yeah, there is an EQ here because this reverb already includes an EQ, and I'm going to tell you in a minute why. Normally what you'll be seeing is this early reflections tap here, and then the reverb tail. This is an artificial reverb. It's not a convolution reverb. So you have control over almost every parameter of the room or the space you're trying to emulate. It comes bundled with almost 100 presets to start with, musical presets, and also post-production presets. And because we wanted to make a very flexible reverb, we added that equalizer. That equalizer helps us to obtain all those ambiances that are typical for post-production. I'm going to browse a little post ambiances, and you can see there's a lot of EQing going on. Yeah, well, let's try a couple of examples. Maybe church on that voice. And now a dry one.
Free myself from what I expect to be. Just some temporary for my place in the.
Okay, so then we can change the presets very fast because it's not convolution, and we could even do it on the fly. Perhaps we are automating our mix. This would be our reverb. Stereo reverb, you have to sit and try it. It's Peter Gabriel's favorite. Yeah, a couple of more examples about the suppressor. We've seen it work as a de-esser, but it also can work as a depopper, because this time we have placed the band in the low end of the spectrum. So let's listen to the original sound here.
Faithful friends who are dear to us. Faithful friends.
So there's a couple of Fs that really spoiling my mix here. But if I switch on the suppressor, I automatically get rid of this this popping effect. You may listen with the headphones on either station. You have that very example in those two stations. With the headphones, it's more obvious. And still another example. We have a kick drum here. It's okay, it doesn't sound bad. But let's say I want a different sound. That's not the sound I'm looking for. Switch it a little bit, turn it on, turn it up actually. But then I click on the suppressor and I get a slight different sound. So, that's the original sound, and after processing I get a more deadened sound. Yeah, both are fine, but personally I prefer this one. Before we finish, I'd like a quick note about our plugins in the post-production world. You know, sometimes being engineers, we have to record some voiceovers for the television or some documentary series. We have one
Sonnox
here.
Elite is the ultimate Oxa plugins collection. It combines all the plugins in the Sonnox range with a massive 40% off individual prices.
What we're going to do is to switch them on one by one, and you'll be able to tell what every plugin is doing. I have them all deactivated. This is the voice as it was recorded. No processing at all. Natural voice. So now I'll start applying all the plugins.
Sonnox Elite is the ultimate Oxa plugins collection. It combines all the plugins in the Sonnox range with a massive 40% off individual prices. Sonnox Elite is the ultimate Oxa plugins collection. It combines all the plugins in the Sonnox range with a massive 40% off individual prices. Sonnox Elite is the ultimate Oxa plugins collection. It combines all the plugins in the Sonnox range with a massive 40% off individual prices. Sonnox Elite is the ultimate Oxa plugins collection.
There is one plugin that we haven't talked about, that's the limiter. The limiter is the one to go the last one in the chain. So when your job is done and you have to deliver your work, but before doing that, you may want to put it through a limiter. We'll listen to this final mix. And I'll switch on the limiter. Okay? The limiter has a feature that allows you to keep anytime all the original quality of your stuff. Normally when you squash your signal to make it louder, to make it radio friendly, you will lose the upper bits because they are chopped off. Well, first with this button here you can monitor all these peaks that you are about to lose. And I say about because you can correct that by selecting auto compensation. So you can tell the plugin to correct automatically any peak that the plugin sees that's going to come through. So you don't have to worry about controlling the volume yourself because the plugin can do it for you. Yeah? So then your quality, your original quality is always preserved. You not lose any bit of quality. But at the same time, as I was saying, you may use the limiter to enhance a vocal track like we were. So if I had that voice here, and switch the limiter on,
all the plugins in the Sonnox range with a massive 40%.
Let me play it back without the reverb so it makes it more obvious.
Sonnox Elite
that's
is
the
the
original
ultimate
track.
Oxa plugins collection.
And that's
it
with the
combines
reverb,
all the
with the
plugins in the
limiter.
Sonnox range with a massive 40% off individual prices. Sonnox Elite is the ultimate Oxa
with the
plugins
reverb.
collection. It combines all
Of course, this time you can use the reverb as a creative tool, not only to give ambience, but to give some special effects.
Is the ultimate Oxa plugins collection. It combines all the plugins in the Sonnox range with a massive 40% off individual prices. Sonnox Elite is the ultimate.
Yeah? So that's it. That's the trip I promised we would do, containing all 7 plugins. That's what we call the Elite bundle, that black box with red text. Just remember that we are giving away one Elite, native Elite bundle every day at 5 o'clock. We do a drawing. All you have to do is drop your business card into that slot behind the monitor. And who knows, you may be the winner today. Thank you very much.